What's up, everybody, and welcome to Bios3 Raw TV. I got several emails, and I'm fucking so tired of doing IFYM videos because everything I've said and is done. I mean, it's out there. The fucking information is out there. You choose whether or not you want to use it or not. I don't fucking care anymore. But I get these emails saying, "Holy shit, Jerry, you were right." Again, like people are fucking surprised, right? But anyways, you were right. Evan Centopani has abandoned the IFYM way of eating to go with the bro way of eating. Well, I looked at the videos, they're on MD, and I don't know who he worked with before that was IFYM, but he now works with Chris Aceto. Now, Aceto's one of those guys who, his track record's fucking, I mean, it's ridiculous how many times this guy brings people into shape. And he's responsible single-handedly for Sean Roden looking the way he does. Because I've known Sean for fucking years, and he's never looked like this. No matter what the fuck he trained or what drug he took, he never looked like this. Aceto's the one that brought in Jay Cutler to fucking rock-hard condition, even if he couldn't carry the mass at the last Olympia. You know, Aceto brings my boy Dusty Hanshaw in, hard as fucking nails and big as shit. I mean, he's out there in, you know, my buddy Brad Rowe. Brad worked with him too. Brad won his pro card this year. So, I mean, he knows what he's doing. And, last year at the Olympia, I'll back up to some of you that don't know. Last year at the Olympia was Evan's worst showing. I mean, he looked terrible. And he had looked really good earlier in the year and won a show. So people that were at the hotel, which was the Orleans or wherever the fuck it was, I think, in Vegas, saw him at the buffet, and he was eating at the buffet in the day of the Olympia, of the prejudging. So he's like, yeah, you know, he flat out at the Olympia press conference said, you know, this is the easiest prep I've ever done. It's so easy to eat like this, and I never ate this much, and blah, blah, blah. And he's shooting his mouth off all cocky and shit. People are like, Evan's got a new way of doing things. And he's respected because he's a young gun, but he's a straight shooter. But somebody got to him and pushed it in his head that he's going to look better eating like this. So he's at the buffet eating, and he's talking about, wow, you know, it's so easy to get ready for the show. And then he looked terrible. I mean, not even terrible by, like, Olympia standards, terrible by, like, any other show standards. Like, he would have got beat at the fucking Nationals in the NPC if he went back there. Like, he looked bad. Let's face facts. You know, I'm not busting on the guy, but it is what it is, plain and simple. Well, all of a sudden, he shut up about the IFYM stuff. Didn't hear anything about it. No more. And the IFYM people, you know, up in arms were like, oh, you'll see. When he goes back to Arnold, he's going to fucking crush everybody. He just had to figure out how his body works with these certain foods. Well, he hires Aceto, and all of a sudden, he's a fucking goddamn shredded, grainy-ass beast. And he talks a lot about his diet. And what his diet is now is whole organic foods. He's not even eating any fucking processed shit at all. He actually goes to the butcher, and he gets like top sirloin or top round flank, whatever the hell is leanest steak you can get, has that ground into ground beef so that it's even leaner and better meat than a regular 93% ground beef. So he's pulling even less saturated fat in now from that. He had a refeed day, which you guys see him doing that, and he bought, you know, these French fries, which were just potatoes, and he looked at the bag and said, okay, you know what, for 30 fries, there's only like, you know, 10 grams of carbs in it, so I'm going to have, you know, these. And he goes, and then I'm going to have these waffles, and it was like organic waffles that he had, and he had like went over to the cereal aisle, and there was all this fucking like Blueberry and fucking Super Crunch and fucking Turbo Crunch and Ultra Crunch and Wing Nut Crunch and all this shit. And he picks up this fucking cereal and he goes, this is the one that I'm going to eat. It's puffed brown rice. So essentially it's brown rice he's going to pour in with milk or whatever the fuck he's going to have on it. And I'm listening to him, and he says flat out, I don't eat junk. And I don't think you should eat junk. And I think that even when you're going to refeed, that you should eat clean, organic, and eat as clean as you possibly can. Because eating junk doesn't get you better results. Eating clean gets you better and faster results. That's what he said. And then, I mean, I'm not going to quote him, you know, but I mean, that essentially is almost exactly what he said in the video. Now, that's a whole different tune than what was happening at the Olympia. And as a interesting kind of side note, he looks better than he's ever looked now. And yes, people go, oh, Jerry, but he's eating the waffles and he's eating the French fries. He's doing fucking refeeds. He's not eating French fries every day. He's not eating waffles every day. He's not fitting fucking ice cream into his macros by the end of the day if he wants to have it. He is eating like an elite bodybuilder who weighs 260-something fucking pounds, who gets depleted and needs more dense foods to fill out faster. If you try to fill out on fucking potatoes and brown rice, it's going to take you 4 or 5 days. Trust me, I've done it and I've tried it with clients. It doesn't fucking work. There are certain times where you just need to have those dense sugar, fat-laden calories that get your body to respond. But it's not an everyday thing. And now he's heading into this show bigger and better than ever. And I'm not saying he's following, like, I hate the whole fucking bro thing is stupid because it's all about what works for you. And I just think that people latching on to saying, well, this is our poster boy and that's our poster boy. Well, these things work for those people. And then sometimes other things don't work for those people. Maybe they have such a fast metabolism like Dennis Wolf. He has to eat whole fucking cakes to try to fill his body out from his metabolism. If you gave that to fucking Ronnie Coleman, he'd bloat up like a fucking pig. Ronnie was bloated as shit almost all year except for the Olympia. If you ever looked at Dorian, he was lean, but he was very, very bloated the rest of the year. Like Dennis, very lean, hard, dry. So it's like there's no right and wrong way to do it, but there is definitely a system of foods that cause a hormonal response to the body, whether you're on or off drugs, that will get results faster than other foods that cause different hormonal responses by eating them. And that's just fucking plain and simple. Nobody can argue with that. That's just the way it is. That's how it works, period. And now, I thought it was interesting. I mean, I was kind of disenchanted because Evan's always been a real low-key guy and kind of, very, like, respectful and stuff like that. And the way he was talking about, bodybuilding, I mean, man, this guy, at the Olympia, he was talking about, like, it's so easy, it's so easy, it's so easy. I was like, what the fuck, dude? If you're the best in the world at anything, or top 10 or top 15 in the world, nothing's fucking easy. Why are you saying that? He had that cocky fucking attitude that almost all those IFWM fucking wingnuts have until he got his ass handed to him on stage. And then he said, well, now he's back to that humble, low-key guy working with another proven coach, and things have totally turned around again. So, I mean, I kind of, fired at him before saying, all you FM guys, here's your fucking, you said if a pro ever did it, he'd fucking look great. And then you would see Ben Polkowski and fucking Evan Centopani, they both look fucking terrible. So it's like, and then, it kind of changed from there into they're doing different things now. But, I think that more and more, and you're going to see it over and over again, those high micronutrient dense foods can't be beaten when you're trying to get into a competition shape and maintain a large amount of mass. You can be skinny as fuck and diet yourself down so you look like you come from a concentration camp. That's fine. Eat whatever the fuck you want if you want to starve yourself. But these guys, it's not just about fucking being as hard and fucking depleted as you can be. It's about being hard, full, dry, symmetrical, and not that depleted so that you can fucking look symmetrical, full, round, have that overall look on stage, which doesn't come from restricting your calories till you almost fucking die so that you can eat a Pop-Tart every day. Bios3trading@gmail.com. Leave comments down below. And I don't fucking care if you fight. I don't care about IFYM. But like the email said, I was right again. www.bios3trading.com is the blog. And good luck, Evan, at the Arnold. We'll see you there. Bicep, and we're out.